Okay, so the Hisense U8K 65-inch ULED TV, that's the TV right beside me, has a rather straightforward design. It's not trying to stress you out or confuse you when you bring it out of the box, right? You get the TV, you get a remote control, you get two stands, that is for the feet, and then you get a wall bracket mount, just in case you want to mount it to the wall, sort of like what I did when this TV was downstairs before I brought it upstairs to shoot this part of the video. While unboxing it, one of the things that kind of jumped out at me was first the wide array of ports that the TV comes with. You get 4 HDMI ports, you get the standard AV connector ports, you get 2 USB ports, right? One is like a type 2 and then the other is a type 3. Now, you even get an Ethernet port for direct wired connectivity to the internet, if that's kind of your vibe. And of course, you can also connect wirelessly because this actually supports Wi-Fi 6E. And this TV also supports like Bluetooth 5.0, but we're gonna get more into that later. Now, for the sound quality, of course, it supports both DTS and Dolby audio formats. So you're able to actually consume the content as it was intended. But of course, like pretty much any other TV, the speakers that come on the TV itself are decent at best. I mean, for content consumption, they're fine. And you probably need to pair it with like a sound bar to get like the best sound experience if you're like a audiophile and you're trying to like get, you know, mad sound or whatever.
That's music to my ears.
Now, thankfully though, I had a really good Hisense soundbar already and they paired perfectly together. They worked almost seamlessly, to be honest. But of course, you can pair it with anything. I mean, even headphones, if that's kind of your vibe. Now, of course, the display, which is this gorgeous thing that you're seeing right beside me, the panel is actually an 8-bit plus FRC panel. And it does support up to HDR10 plus content without much hassle. Matter of fact, watching regular HDR content on this 4K TV is actually quite pleasing to the eye as well. I mean, the TV uses mini LED backlighting. I mean, I don't know if you can tell from just watching it this way. And to be honest, just looking at the contrast, the black uniformity, I struggle to see a real difference between this and more expensive TVs that I own, that are even like 2 or 3 times the price of this one.
How is that possible?
I mean, it's almost unbelievable, but also quite impressive. But aside how well this performs in completely dark rooms, even though this is not a dark room, I think what I find most impressive is how this performs in bright rooms on a sunny day as well, with all the blinds completely open. Because of the light sensing that this TV is actually equipped with, it actually adjusts to the situation of the room perfectly. So of course, viewing angles are great and it's still plenty bright whether or not you're watching HDR10, HDR10 plus content, or it's just regular SDR content like I said before. Now, this particular unit has the V.TV on it. It's quite convenient because now, if I decide that I just want to control everything from my phone using the Vida app, just like I do with all my other Hisense TVs, it's a matter of convenience because I'm able to actually AirPlay directly from all my Apple devices, that is my phone, my iPad. And because of the sheer size of this building, right, I've had an experience where I forgot to turn off the TV before going up the stairs, but I didn't have to go back down to turn it off, like pick up the remote and then physically switch it off because I could have, I actually did straight up just pull out my phone from my pocket and I turned it off from here using the Vida app. Huge flex, if you ask me.
I need that in my life.
Now, the fact that this is also Vida TV kind of means it comes pre-installed with almost everything you will ever need. And you can even download more applications if you ever feel like anything is missing. For whatever reason, there's actually an app store, so you can go ahead and just download more stuff if it's not enough for you. Now, as for the remote, now, of course, we can't completely dismiss the remote control because there's the Vida app and we can do everything from here, right? The remote actually does have a lot of convenient quick launch buttons and everything is a little easier with a physical remote, but understandably I already control my entire house from my phone, so it kind of makes sense that I always gravitate a little more towards the Vida app. But of course, to each his own. And you know, I like the fact that this one has Netflix, Prime Video, YouTube. These are actually the things that I use the most. And for music, YouTube Music, for people who know. Those who know.
We don't know.
Now, speaking about the part that really matters to me and matters the most to me, the gaming experience on this TV. The TV actually has a gaming mode, but we're gonna get to that in a moment. I am in a slightly unique position to talk about this because I am actually an Xbox gamer, which means because I own the Series X, I'm able to game at up to the standard 4K 120Hz in HDR10 plus with Dolby Vision, which looks absolutely beautiful, by the way. But understand that this TV is one of the only ones on the market that actually supports this on the Xbox. Despite the fact that the Xbox can do this, most TVs cannot support the Xbox doing this. Now, for hardcore gamers, I'm happy to actually announce that this TV can even do up to 240 Hz in 1080p, right? But of course, There's also the fact that you can just do 1440p and get like 144 hertz. Now, it's also like interesting to me, right, that a TV like this from Hisense is one of the only ones where I can actually use my Xbox to game at the highest possible resolution without stressing myself.
I want it so bad.
I have slightly more expensive TVs that do not support the 120 hertz at 4K with my Xbox, and I find that just completely hilarious. Now, speaking about picture profiles, right? For picture profiles, this thing has a standard, it has a cinema day, cinema night, dynamic, sport, all very good. In my experience, however, this stuff is mostly just adjusting contrast ratios, color temperatures, and accuracies for the color, etc. So in reality, when you do buy the TV, if you simply left it on standard and you did everything on that profile, you're probably going to be just fine. You're not really going to notice a huge deal or a huge difference. Now, speaking about the price for this TV, right? As of today, the TV is selling for 1,487,200 naira.
How am I supposed to find that kind of money?
I mean, it sounds like a lot at first glance, but when you consider the fact that you're getting a ULED 4K TV that supports up to HDR10+, Dolby Vision, HLG with full array local dimming, and
yada, yada, yada.
Seeing as I am an actual Xbox guy, and this is one of the very, very few 65-inch TVs on the market that guarantee me my full 4K 120Hz experience in HDR10+, you can call this a jack of all trades TV, right? You may even go as far as saying it's a bit costly, but what you will never say is that it doesn't deliver on all the many things that the TV actually should deliver on, and even maybe things it really shouldn't, because this TV is a beast. I love the interface. I love the software. I love the processing power this comes with, because I have never had an experience where this TV lagged or it took a while to respond or anything like that. But by far, the quality of the picture that this TV produces takes the cake for me, which is probably why I went and bought the 75-inch version of the exact same TV, so now I have two of it.
Say I refuse to be poor.
Now, of course, if you have any questions about this TV, you can leave a comment in the comment section below, and then I will try to respond to as many people as I can. Thank you so much for watching, and I guess I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan. You're welcome.